Hi, I just did a whole live stream without any sound. So I'll be deleting those videos. I'm going to give you the long and short of it here. So I started to tell the story a little bit in the last live stream that had no sound, unless you were a lip reader. I started to tell the story about my teaching career, essentially. And one of the things I've been thinking about a lot this past year is how can I help yoga teachers in a deeper way? Like I've been helping yoga teachers for years, 20 years, by learning, 22 years now, by training yoga teachers, right? So I've been doing that for a long time. And in 2000, during the pandemic, I started the Subtle Yoga Resilience Society as a way to continue training yoga teachers, and it's been really great. Some people belong to it who aren't yoga teachers, but it's been really fantastic. It's a great community of people that have come together, and I love that work. But the past year I've been thinking, like, how can I go further with it, right? And so one of the things I realized is I had to go back to my origin story, like, how did I get here? And yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of trial and error. But since the beginning of my teaching career, I've been working with healthcare professionals, and I think that one of the best ways that we can reach folks who really need this kind of slow, mindful yoga work is by connecting with healthcare in our communities, and getting referrals or teaching at different facilities. Like I've taught at intensive outpatient and nursing homes, assisted living. I've worked with vets. I've taught lots of mental health, different conferences in different places. Like when you use that as the foundation of your teaching, then you are able to reach the people who really need the work, because the yoga studios they're pretty much focused on fitness, and certain demographics, which I think is kind of a missed opportunity, because when you think about the aging baby boomers and the aging Gen Xers, they don't want to stand on one hand. They're not interested in hypermobile splits, or this is not who they are. They want to be functional. They want to help work on their chronic health issues. And that's the kind of thing we can help people with. So I tend to find those people through healthcare facilities. And as I've been, and healthcare people, just like getting doctors and stuff to refer people to me. And as I've been really reflecting on my origin story, I realized the first thing you have to do, and this was the first marketing book I ever read, by the way, Seth Godin, The Purple Cow. He said, the first thing you have to do is become an expert. So you really have to understand that teaching slow mindful yoga is not the same thing as teaching fast fitness yoga. It's not like watered down or slow flow or whatever. It's a whole different thing. And it's not the same thing as yin yoga either. And it's not the same thing as restorative yoga. It's different. And that's a little tricky to get people to understand. I found it tricky to get them to understand it in my own marketing, but also people to understand that who I'm just trying to talk to, like yoga studio owners or healthcare professionals. So you got to become an expert in that, and then you have to learn the language of neuroscience to help you differentiate what you do from everything else that's out there. And then you have to feel confident enough to get to the healthcare professional. So I realized that's the 3 steps that I've been using, that I've used for many, many years, to have a sustainable, soulful business, and be able to survive and be able to take care of my family. That's how I did it. So I'm going to be sharing all this on July 17th in a workshop. It's a 1.5-hour workshop called Yoga Teacher Success, the Subtle Yoga Teacher Success Formula. So I'm going to take you through that in a workshop and give you everything you need to make a sustainable living doing this work. So you can sign up for that workshop if you sign up for the Teacher Success Pass. Now we have both an annual and a monthly available for the Teacher Success Pass. If you want more details about it, I put the link in there, but if you want more details about it, just reach out to us at support@subtleyoga.com. Thanks so much. Have a great week.